Hello YouTube, this is Chris or Sacabo. I'm actually wanting to show you guys a pretty cool product that my wife and I picked up. We're planning on getting chickens here pretty soon. We're actually going to be inheriting some from some relatives here pretty soon because they may be moving, and where they'll be moving they won't be able to keep the ones they have anymore. And so we're actually getting all set up to be able to take them whenever we get them. These are 4 of what are called hen pens. We got them off of mypetchicken.com. Great website so far. Their customer service has been pretty incredible. There were some components that were busted, but they actually say right off the bat if there's any problems in shipping or anything to let them know, and we did. And the parts that are broken, which I'll kind of point out to you just in case you're interested in it. But anyways, you point out the part that got messed up and they ship a new one. And one thing about them is that they were the cheapest of all the others out there. They sold these for anywhere from $10 to $20 cheaper than everywhere else. And on top of that, they actually have little repair kits to kind of help deal with some of the issues that these pens have. They send you, and I'll show you that in a second too, but they show you where the problems are and they give you solutions for them, and I think that's pretty cool. I like those guys, and I think if it's not something I can get locally at like an Atwoods or Orscheln's, I'm going to be using their website because so far they've been awesome. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and show it to you, show you how these things work. We got 4 of them because we're planning on having about 8 to 10 chickens, and each of these will hold about 3. They're pretty easy to put together. It took us about half hour to 45 minutes at the most to do the very first one, and after that it was more about just making sure we had the pieces turned the right way when we started putting them together. And we spent a little bit more time actually double checking our work than we spent actually doing the building. But they're pretty easy to throw together. But I'll go ahead and show you all the features. As you can see, this is kind of the area where they can actually move around. You can throw the feet in there and all that kind of stuff. There's 2 actual ways. There is this little latch here, which those took some time to figure out. I'd never messed with those before. It opens up so they can get in and out. And as you can see, fairly easy to operate one-handed, although it'd be different if you decided to use some sort of padlock or something. And then your typical little bar deal, just like people use for bathroom doors and gas stations and stuff. Get in and out that way. And of course it opens up enough you can just lay it open and leave it. And for the actual access inside, oh, thought that was a spider. So yes, I'm a little skittish with bugs, even though I'm still getting used to life out here. But there's the little deal to hold it open. The inside, since the lighting's pretty good, you can actually see in there real well. There's sort of compartmentalized a little bit. There's that little deal to separate kind of a nesting area from the actual entrance area. And there's this little tie, that way you can actually open it up and let them move in and out. I'm pulling on that red, slide straight up, giving the hens all the access they need to be able to move in and out. See? Pretty cool. Now the issues that they had talked about, that My Pet Chicken is the only website that's willing to actually talk about. These items do not come finished, so you have to finish them yourself. And on top of that, there is no ventilation of any kind for the actual main area, so you kind of have to drill your own holes, and they kind of send a repair kit to kind of describe how to do that. And this area right here, where the main door opens up with the hinges, this tends to leak real bad, and one of the things that they send is sort of a patch that covers this area up. I think it's nothing but a piece of plastic, honestly, which, you know, I could probably make my own, but they send it. They consider it, you know, sort of just a free thing. Thanks for buying our stuff. We'll take care of it for you and we'll send it your way. But that's the second weakness that comes with it. And the third weakness is, they say, the latches. They're not really heavy duty enough, and they're not really predator proof enough, especially like this one. A raccoon can figure out how to open that sucker. And but anyways, like I said, I mean, they wanted that part of that repair kit is extra latches that are a little bit more predator proof. But anyways, they're really, really cool. Me, my in-laws, and my wife were able to build all 4 of these in, I'd say, about 3.5 hours, and that was with a couple of breaks. And they came together really well. It was not a bad experience at all. Like I said, you kind of do have to watch it and make sure that you're getting all the pieces right and turn them the right way, because, like, for example, the one I showed you in this one, this latch, if it's turned the right way, it's going to be right next to this door. And the reason is because there's a little hole cut in there for you to actually run that thread through. And the second one we made, or maybe the first, yeah, this was the first one we made, I wasn't paying attention to that, and I accidentally put the notch all the way down here. So I just came out with the drill, and I actually drilled my own little round hole there. But anyways, I'm going to make sure a little bit of finish gets in there to help keep that from rotting out and stuff. But anyways, these things are really, really cool. They're pretty well designed. They are not the most hardcore design as far as being super rugged, but I got all 4 of these and probably built them in the same amount of time it would have taken to buy a great big one that is designed to where a really, really heavy, you know, 50, 60 mile an hour wind could blow it over. And so, you know, sometimes we kind of get those winds. We're kind of on the plains a little bit in the middle of Oklahoma, so sometimes we get those kind of straight line winds, and I think these are going to be a lot better for dealing with that. Okay, well, that's actually the design and everything. The last thing I want to cover, and I almost forgot to cover, is that there is this piece right here that actually covers the area above the pin. When it's on there right and everything, it actually helps. You can kind of see there, it helps cover and prevent water from seeping down through the top. And these, in shipping, break really bad. In fact, this is the only one that's still together, and as you can tell, it actually split. You can kind of see it there. It was actually way worse. I pushed it back into place a little bit and set it there. I'm going to be installing it later after I get everything finished, because I'm going to go ahead and finish everything, and then I'm going to install this. Replacements for the other 3, because 3 out of 4 that piece broke on, but replacements for those 3 are actually already in the mail. I just got to wait for them to get here. When they get here, I'll finish them separately and then install them. But anyways, I hope this is a productive review. I hope it's helpful to some of you guys. And if it interests you in any way, you have a question about it or anything like that, feel free to ask me. I'm going to try to remember to put their website into the description. But anyways, I think that's enough for now. Feel free to contact me if you have questions and all that, like I said. And other than that, have a good one. Take it easy, guys.